Hey, this is Brooke, functional medicine dietitian specializing in fertility, and this is the Fertility Dietitian podcast, where I help you uncover the barriers that are preventing you from optimizing your fertility and teach you how to work with your body to finally take home a healthy baby. Each week, I will be diving into different topics on fertility and sharing my perspective on physiology, metabolic health, nutrition, and lifestyle approaches that have helped hundreds of couples get pregnant even after years of heartache. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge you need to take back control of your fertility. Happy listening. We are talking about the role of minerals in fertility today. Fertility is a very energy intensive process. Everything from the maturation of an egg or the development of sperm to ovulation, fertilization, and implantation requires a lot of energy. Minerals are essential for how every cell in our body creates energy. So, this means that they are so foundational, absolutely crucial for supporting every step of the fertility puzzle. It's a pretty big deal. There are many very important minerals, including magnesium, calcium, potassium, sodium, copper, zinc, and iron. On a very basic level, eating enough and including many nutrient dense foods in your diet is super supportive of mineral balance. But, and this is a big but, our modern day world and lifestyle habits make it really hard to maintain efficient mineral levels. Everything from how food is produced to how taxed our nervous system is and our detox pathways are can make it really hard to make sure minerals are coming in at a rate that they can actually produce ample amounts of energy for everyday living, let alone have enough left over for fertility. In addition to individual levels of minerals, the balance of minerals also impacts how we support fertility in many ways because all of our minerals work together in teams. So if one mineral is a lot higher than its teammate, they're not going to be producing energy very efficiently. Okay, and this is a big reason why just guessing and popping supplements is not the best approach for real change in your mineral status. Let's talk about a few important ways that mineral balance impacts fertility. For instance, estrogen and progesterone are heavily influenced by copper and zinc balance. The way our cells use thyroid hormone is impacted by our potassium and calcium balance. Our insulin response, which impacts how we manage our blood sugar, is impacted by calcium and magnesium balance. How we adapt to stress is impacted by sodium and magnesium balance. Minerals support how vitamins function, which is crucial for how DNA programming happens. In other words, it has a major impact on egg and sperm quality. Okay, so there's a lot of vitamins like vitamin B12 and choline and folate and B6 that require minerals to be able to support the DNA programming process, which has a major impact on the quality of that egg and the quality of that sperm that is being produced. This is a really big deal. Minerals are also necessary for detox pathways to work appropriately. Yes, you have organs that help you detox, like a liver and kidneys, but we can give these organs tools to function better. Without those tools, they're typically overburdened just because of our modern world. Every single one of these examples has a major impact on how your body is able to support fertility. Balancing your minerals can help your body better support fertility and really be the difference between relying on progesterone cream or supporting your body in producing progesterone. It can be the difference between consistently increasing thyroid medication while still having symptoms or supporting your body in using thyroid hormone more effectively. Unstable blood sugars, feeling hangry or stable energy, mood, and blood sugar can be another big shift. So you go from having those unstable blood sugars and feeling hangry, and with that mineral balance help, you get the more stable energy, the more stable mood, the more stable blood sugar. Mineral balance can be the difference between relying on adaptogen supplements or getting those mineral balance to support how your body adapts to stress. Okay. And it's totally okay to use a mixture of both of these avenues, especially on your healing journey. So, supplements have a place, absolutely. But in order to really address that root cause and really support the why of why your body is struggling to nourish fertility, mineral balance has to come into play. It's also important to note that your mineral status was initially handed down from your mother. The stage of your mineral status was set during your mother's physical, emotional, and mental health prior to conception of you, of course, and during her pregnancy with you. So, that kind of preconception phase that your mom was in, how her physical, emotional, and mental health was impacting her at that point really set a foundation for what her mineral status was going into pregnancy. And then how she was able to take care of herself during pregnancy also made a difference on what you inherited. So, your mineral status has also been impacted by the way you were born, whether it was vaginally or via C section, and if it was traumatic or not. Then, how you were fed from a newborn through childhood continued to impact your mineral status. And of course, toxin exposure, stress levels, antibiotics, medications, sleep, dieting, overexercising have all continued to impact your mineral status throughout your life. But that foundation early in life really set you up for how challenging or easy it might be to maintain mineral status at this point in your life. Okay, the good news is that you can change the balance of your minerals to more favorably support how your body is nourishing egg quality, how it's supporting robust ovulation and lining health, and supporting the chance for successful implantation. So, you're probably wondering how you get a closer look at what is actually going on with your minerals. My favorite way to do this is with HTMA testing. This is my all time favorite way. It is a hair sample. So, HTMA stands for hair tissue mineral analysis. And it's just an easy, small amount of hair off the top of your head. We need it to be as close to the root as possible because that is new hair growth, which gives us a 3-month look back as to what has been happening with your mineral status. Hair is important to use for minerals because this helps us look inside the cell versus blood, which is often outside the cell. We can get a really detailed insight or detailed picture of what's happening inside the cell with minerals with that hair sample. We can also learn about the balance of those minerals over that 3-month time period. If you're wondering if you should get this testing, I recommend it for those that have been struggling to conceive or have subfertility. If you have period problems like pain, heavy flow, mood swings, if you've had a history of dieting, if you've cut major food groups out or have a history of anemia or iron overload, those are all good reasons to get minerals tested. And if you have symptoms like hair fall, brittle nails, thinning brows, symptoms of blood sugar imbalance or thyroid imbalance. These symptoms give us insight that minerals are off, but it's really hard to just throw supplements at and assume that we can rebalance minerals without getting that initial look at where they are at. In addition to the levels of minerals that we're able to see, or the balance of minerals that we can see from that HTMA, the hair mineral test also gives us insight to digestion, adrenal function, and just your ability to adapt to stress, thyroid function, what's going on with your nervous system balance, what's happening with detox burden and your detox pathway capabilities, what's going on with blood sugar balance, and even heavy metal levels. Supplements are never the answer to fix minerals. So, working with a provider that really understands how to interpret this data and how to provide you strategies and recommendations that are going to really help shift it for long term outcomes is really, really important. So, how do you go about changing your mineral levels? Well, a holistic approach, including supporting the nervous system, supporting gut health, supporting what's happening with circadian rhythm, and of course, focusing on food sources is all really important. Supplements should be used very strategically, but not the primary focus of the recommendations that should be provided to you. In the meantime, if you don't have testing or not able to get testing, you can support your own mineral status by focusing on mineral rich foods like organ meats, fish and seafood, full fat dairy, meat on the bone, and slow cooked meats, and starchy veggies. Every single one of my female clients has had mineral imbalances that were impacting fertility, even if they have been doing all of the right things, focusing on the mineral rich diet, getting that comprehensive multi in, focusing on sleep quality. There's typically still gaps in how they're supporting their body to support that nervous system and really get the change in mineral status that they're looking for. You don't have to figure all of this out on your own. If you are ready to dig deeper and start working with your body to support fertility, I would love to be part of your support team. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fertility Dietitian podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave a review to let me know what topics you want more of or less of. If you want to keep learning, subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out my website for more info on my private coaching program, Master Your Fertility, or my membership community, Fertility Blueprint. And don't forget my digital store. Come say hi on YouTube and Instagram. See you in the next episode.